What's happening? Welcome to a brand new channel. So new, in fact, I haven't named it at this present moment of filming, so whatever I decided to name it, you will obviously know at this point because you're watching it on the channel. Anyway, let's get down to it. I own a car, 1993 Honda Del Sol. Owned it for 7 years. Should have started this channel 7 years ago because I've done considerable amounts of bits and bobs just to keep it going. Keeping it alive, making it look a bit prettier than it was when I purchased it, but nevertheless, here we are. My first breakdown in my life. Decided to make a YouTube channel about it. It's doing all right for other people, isn't it? I see people doing this all the time, so why not me, eh? Anyway, broke down. Car went bang. AA man come out. The AA man has diagnosed a misfueling issue because I put that new E10 shit in it, that unleaded bioethanol crap, and it happened literally less than 5 miles away. After I drove off the forecourt of the petrol station, it just went bang. So AA man diagnosed that as the issue. I had a friend of a friend come round and just look at it, try and start it up. He also diagnosed a fuel issue, potential cam belt jump. He says the car's misfired, it's caused the cam belt to jump and that won't start, which is pretty scary because that could mean some valves are slapping against some pistons and whatnot. Hopefully it's not that. The internet has said it's nothing to do with the E10 fuel. I don't know at this point. I'm just going to start stripping it off because no one's actually taken any parts off the car to have a look at what the actual issue is. They're just guessing at this point. We've got a few things suggested from the internet, mostly ignition related, which I don't disagree with at this stage, but we're going to have a look. Matt from Talk GT, first person to respond to my post. He says distributor. Now distributor is the newest part, but that doesn't mean it's not a suspect because it's not a Honda part. I cheaped out, didn't I? I fucking cheaped out, so we're gonna go out in this miserable weather and start stripping down the car, see if we can find a problem. Let's go. Weather's always bad when you need to work on your car. Every single time. Horrifically windy. If you've never had a bonnet fall on your head because of the wind, you're missing out. There she is. Obviously it's just started to rain as well, which is wicked. A bit ricery, you're all thinking. Yeah, little bit, but you've got to embrace that Japanese rice culture, haven't you? There she is, in all her glory. She hasn't moved for a few days, but let's get her open. Right, here she is in all her rice glory with the red wrinkled paint. Nice standard Honda oil dripping all down the gearbox and the front of the engine, but we're not here for that. We're here because this turns over but no start. This is actually the newest part on the car, distributor. I put that on a few months ago. So although it's new, it's still a suspect. Cam belt slipping and jumping out of time, also a suspect. That was done less than a year ago, but we're hoping it's not that, because if that has slipped, this is potentially knackered. But we're going to start with the easiest things, which is going to be the distributor. So strip that off and have a look. Oh, careful. Oh, there's a lot of shit in there, considering this. I think I bought this in April this year. There's actually, I don't know if you can see in there, one of the contacts is bent and covered in carbon build-up, so potentially a distributor issue. Oh, that's meant to be attached. So, and look at that damage. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. See, you can see. You see that? That could be our problem, which is strange because it is a new distributor. It's the newest part on the car, but I guess it's not a Honda part. I did cheap out. It wasn't like an eBay part, but it's from a reputable company. However, not Honda. Oh, look at that as well. That's all bent up. Okay. Right, I think we've definitely found the problem. Looking at these scratch marks, there's plastic burrs all over that where the rotor arm wasn't attached. It was just spinning around, no bolting. In fact, you can see there it looks like the metal has rotated inside the plastic as well. So not good. So back in the warm as it just started to piss down while we was outside. Let's take this apart. I'm really interested to see how this came loose. I can't see a bolt in here anywhere. Obviously parts of this are magnetic, so if the bolt did come off, it will just stick to the nearest magnetic. I think it might be deep down in here. Let me get a screwdriver and we'll start dissecting this. I have no idea where that, but I'm not even, no, there must be a bolt holding that part in, but wherever it's gone, it is not in this distributor, and nothing dropped out when I took the cap off. I'm starting to wonder if it was ever in there. Boom, right, just got off the blower to the manufacturer, and they're going to send out a new one tomorrow first thing, no questions asked, because it's well under warranty, only like 4 months. They're going to collect the broken one so they can have a little look just to make sure that it is a one-off freak accident, and I won't have the same issue with the one they're sending me tomorrow. No, we don't even want to think about that. That's just the risk you run when you don't buy Honda parts on it and you cheap out. We don't live and learn, do I? Because I'm fitting the same part back to the car tomorrow. But it'll be fine. We're not going to have any more problems further down the line caused by that little misfire. Everything's going to be sweet, isn't it? Yeah, no more problems, sweet. Okay, so I've lined this up to match the old one using the pictures I took yesterday. So when I slot it in, it'll go straight in. I've also put a little bit of oil on this rubber O-ring, so that bit slides in real good. You don't want it getting snagged on the metal inside and not seating properly on site on that shaft. So a little bit of dirty engine oil around there, sort it right out. So now we just need to, from memory, this is in the wrong place, so we just need to bend it up, pull it out, then remove this. Okay, now carefully push it in, make sure it's roughly in the right place, push hard, there you go, that's in. Now just snug the bolts up, because we're gonna make sure it's in exactly the same position as the old one once all the bolts are in. Okay, so HT leads in, bolts in, electrical connectors in. One last thing, don't forget to connect your negative battery back, negative terminal back to your battery even, and we are good to go. Let's give it a test. Okay, let's give it a go. What do we got? We have dash lights. I can actually check the voltage down here. What do we got? 12 volts. Yeah. I don't know if she's going to start, because we've done quite a few starts when she broke down, and I don't think the battery's going to be up to it, but here we go. Oh, immobiliser's on. Let's turn that off. No, there's not enough. Voltage has dropped. 11.5. Right, we're gonna do some jump cables, and I think we're there. Got the jumpers attached. Shout out to Marco, MMG. I'll link him down in the description below for lending me the jumpers. Now, will she start? No weird noises. Let's give the accelerator a blip. Job done. Sorted. I mean, first 10 seconds so far so good. Everything sounds normal. Go for a little test drive. Right, so what have we learned? We've learned always dig deep, spend the money on the Honda parts, because the chances of this happening with a genuine Honda part is slim to none, although not impossible. However, lightning don't strike twice, hopefully, even though I've got the same non-Honda part on my car. We're just gonna hope and pray that that don't happen again, because I can't be walking to the gym again. It takes too long, I lost too much weight. It's just not a nice experience. And it also shows us that the internet is supreme at diagnosing your car issues compared to professionals actually in front of it. So the two pros, the AA and my friend of a friend mechanic, both got it wrong. Fair enough, they didn't actually strip the engine down and have a look, but neither did the people on the internet. The very first comment on the post I made about the issue was check the distributor, and that was the issue. So that was Matt down at Talk GT. They're a Japanese car import specialist. I'll put a link down in the description to them. And Marco's Motor Group for lending me the jump cables. The people come together to help me fix my car, which is great, and my car community is solid. Ignore the mechanics that recover you at the side of the road though, they talk shit. But with that said, I'm gonna go put some Tesco momentum back in my car, because it don't start very well on that E10 shit, so let that be a lesson. E10 didn't kill your car, or most likely didn't kill your car if you're having similar issues. But give it the good stuff anyway, innit? She deserves the good petrol.